Friends, Rockin' Dave here, Southwest Florida, North Fort Myers, my friend. Take a look. We just finished our gig about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago, and it started raining just as we pulled out. And yeah, this is what happens, my friend. It gets very, very rainy down here. Look, watch when we start to go. It's hard to see. And thank God it didn't start raining until we were not only done packing the gear up and getting it into the car, but we got off of the lawn, because the grounds down here are very soft. And people have said that sometimes their cars have got stuck because the ground is soft and it'll sink a little bit. And then you gotta get a tow truck to get you out. And then adding weight of equipment inside it makes it worse. See, look. Welcome to Florida. Happy 4th of July. I hope it lets up later on for the fireworks, but if it doesn't, things get postponed, man. There's no snow, not like we used to have back up in Chicago. But here's our trade-off. We get weather like this. We get thunderstorms, and we get lightning storms too down here. And of course, we know about hurricanes, right? But this is what we're faced with. So, all the musicians that want to come down and play outdoor gigs, be prepared, my friends. This can happen at any moment while you're playing. And this is why, look at it, lightning, see? This is why I personally prefer inexpensive gear, inexpensive guitars and things like that over really expensive ones to take outside down here. Because the humidity, just before it rains, it gets really humid. And then of course, you get this. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is exactly what I'm seeing. And but when we do our gigs and when you're in situations, the weather wants to throw our guitars off, tuning it, we try to get through it. But there are times when you're doing a performance, you cannot stop. You will draw attention to yourself if you stop to try to tune up, unless you are that badly out of tune. If you're off, one string is off a little bit, I know it sucks. But as performers, the show's got to go on, and you got to keep the happy face on, because those people want to have a good time. Because those people are paying us to get a job done. The last thing they need is someone constantly tuning within every song, stopping every song, because their ears, they can't play if they're just a little off tune. And I know it's a tough thing to say, because I like to have my stuff in tune. But I'll tell you what, you cannot go into crybaby syndrome because you're off tune a little bit, maybe one string or maybe a little here, and no one else really notices it except you and maybe other musicians. You stop and you start drawing attention to yourself, that's when they're gonna look at you like, hey, does this guy got his act together? As opposed to, everyone's having a good time, he looks like he's having a good time, he's getting through it. And next thing you know, in between songs, and yeah, tune up. That's when you need to tune up. But it can be tough because we're at the mercy of the weather. But the worst thing to do is to draw attention to yourself that, oh my God, my guitar is slightly out of tune by a little bit, and I notice it, and it's gonna mess with my performance. It's messing with my head, so I can't get through the performance. Then you shouldn't be in this business, my friend, because I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes down to performers and performances, you got to perform, man. You got to put that happy face on. You got to pull your pants up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, go straight forward and get the job done. Then in between songs, yeah, tune up. But don't let it bother you to the point that you are stopping and you're drawing attention to yourself. Because I'm telling you, these people will never hire you because, again, they'll think that you don't have yourself together. And that is the cold, hard facts of performances. So, always remember that. You're going to be at the mercy of the weather. But other than that, it is beautiful down here. And there is, we've been very fortunate and very, very blessed. But when you come down here, look, this is part of what you're going to be up against. So I hope this is helpful for musicians who want to come down here and relocate and things of that nature, like we did. But you have to be prepared. That's why I always stress a plan B. You know what plan B is, my friends? You take charge. You get in control. You do what you need to do to get the job done. You do what you need for your survival, because there is nothing more embarrassing than someone who thinks they have to be successful on everything, but yet they don't see another way out to help them to be successful. And I'm not trying to talk down on anybody. I say this from 100% experience, my friends. You have to lose to know how to win sometimes, and that is life. And you have to have a backup plan. If you don't, you'll be out on Skid Road and your stuff will be in the pawn shop. And that's very sad that people will let themselves get to that point because they're too stubborn to see a way out. Man, every smart business person always has a backup plan. Every smart business person. Otherwise, you're out of business. And in music business, it's one of, if not the most unstable businesses there is. And that is a fact. So, yeah. Look at this. Lightning and rain. Alright, my friends. I gotta make it home. I gotta make sure the police don't see me with the phone. And I'm not driving, or, you know what I mean? I want to make sure I obey the laws down here. I love it down here. So, anyways, my friends, until next time, hold the doors of opportunity open. I know I'll always hold those doors of opportunity to help people out, man, as much as I can, whether it's giving them sound advice or giving them a referral. Always, my friends, and always desire to inspire. That's the whole name of the game. Even if you have to say cold hard facts to help a person out, you're inspiring them to wake up so they do not fall asleep and fall into a ditch in life. You know what I mean? So anyways, stay safe out there, and may God bless. Take care.